Welcome everybody to game number 1, Garden of Terror in the best of 3 between nFaculty and PPP here at the Roccat versus Fear Invitational qualifier. This best of 3 decides who will qualify for the tournament itself. And let's have a quick look at the teams here. nFaculty starting as the blue team to the left side of the map with Cypher on the Abathur, Green out on the Illidan, nFaculty on Rhaegar, Xon on Nubarak, and Akop as the stand-in for Holo on Tychus. Starting to the right side, we have a PPP with Pain on the Zeratul, Fippolino playing the tank here as a Chen, Bakery on Vala, the Bakery hype is real, Luvi on Uther, and Cyborg X on Falstad. In regards to the draft, we had the pick, the bans with the ban on actually the let me think about that for a second, because right now I actually forgot what was banned here. We had the first ban on it's gonna come back to me. I'm drawing a complete blank here and I feel a little bit embarrassed, but it's gonna come back to me in just a second. Turiel was banned by nFaculty. That was the word that I was looking for. I got a bit blindsided there, so yeah, sorry for that. And Tacita was banned as well. There we go. I have no idea what happened there. I'm getting old, I guess. But in regards to the picks and the bans, I have to admit that I really like the lineup that we're currently seeing for nFaculty in particular game. They got the Tychus pick very early in the game, then the Abathur for the double Tychus, and we have with the Nubarak a great frontliner for them. Arthur's was completely disregarded by both teams. We didn't see him picked, we didn't see him banned. Instead we have Rhaegar as the heal, and an interesting pick with the Illidan here. And Illidan is going for what Illidan does. Oh, and that's not dying, by the way. I was more talking about him trying to get the camps. I was mentioning in the draft that it's actually a great idea to get the Illidan on a map like this. First of all, with a... Oh my god, the first blood here. I love how Pain played this. But yeah, let me get back to my point. Illidan is a great pick if you want him on the map. You need something that kind of distracts the opponent from the double Tychus a little bit, who has another, who is very mobile on the map, has a great clearing, can take those seeds, can take the camps, and the Illidan just fills this role really well. He combos well with the Rhaegar's lightning shield. He benefits a lot from the Abathur head, and well, the one problem that you have, of course, is that it's kind of transparent what you're going to try and do with it. So Pain was looking for the Illidan. He was like, well, this bad boy isn't on the map. He might get a couple of seeds or mercenary camps somewhere, and as it turned out, Illidan was not prepared. Neither is Akop here. In goes Pain and takes him out. 2 kills already for PPP. Great start for them into the game. nFaculty in the middle now, going straight for it. Green out here on Illidan trying to put some pressure on Bakery, but Bakery just dancing away with his Vala. And the boy, like, I can tell you one thing, Vala is amazing, and not only because she has a pretty cute ass. Xon down to the bottom is going for that beetle stuff and just sending spikes over to the opponent. Cyborg X on the Falstad and Luvi with the Uther giving him a pretty tough time, I think. Cypher is right behind the tower on the other side. He needs also to be a bit careful that later on Zeratul isn't moving in to face him. In the middle, Bakery is still going ham here, but seeds are really the goal of the game now. It's the name of the game on this map. Once again, I have to point out that I personally don't think that the first golem is all, or the first plant is all that strong. I think getting the second one matters much more. But we saw also a couple of games snowball out of it, but in general, like, having the second one is just the better choice there. Doesn't really matter too much right here, at least not for now, because it seems to become an even split in seeds. We have Fippolino on the Chen, moving now also up towards the top, where we have nFaculty, Akop, and Abathur taking the seeds for nFaculty, but they might be a little bit too late with that. Akop is dashing out. Oh, this is gonna be close, and he dies again. Akop, the stand-in for Holo, dies twice already in this game. Not having a great game here. Holo, the normal player, the standard player for nFaculty, had problems with disconnects in an earlier match, then had to be replaced. So now Akop is playing in his stead. We have down to the bottom. nFaculty still starting to do damage with the Rhaegar here. The Abathur is helping out to clear the camp. They're going straight for the hearts. In experience, of course, thanks to the 3 kills that they got, we see PPP in an advantage. Fippolino on the Chen at the front line is doing a great job so far tanking and also disrupting the opponent's movements. Down here to the bottom, or at least in the mid lane, we have Green out, still showing a lot of respect for Vala, not only because it's played by Bakery, but also, of course, because Vala at least the beginning takes him out. Manticore apparently taken, at least from the sounds that we hear here. So it looks like we see a complete Rancor build from Bakery. Might even go for the Searing Arrow with this. We're going to check out those talents later. Oh, there goes Green out. I'm not sure if that was a smart idea. Green out in trouble. Tries to move back. Here comes the Zeratul and takes him on. 4 kills against 0. PPP with an amazing start into the match. Getting good pickoffs, getting that level advantage, and getting closer to the level 10. 9.5 already for them. Up to the top, we have Luby on the Uther moving in. Akop showing a lot of respect now. Needs to be careful that he's not being picked off here either. And down to the bottom, we see Son in trouble as Bakery and Fibolino move in. Here comes the Abathur for potential save. Bakery takes him down. Last shot, the arrow right in the eye, and the bug goes down. Squishing bugs all day long. That's what we see PPP do right now. We have nFaculty moving into the middle to at least put some pressure on that wall and maybe take down a tower together with Sea Giants. So far it's 5 kills against 0, and PPP doing quite a lot. It's interesting, it was called by the My Insanity players already earlier. Araragi in the chat was mentioning that he personally sees PPP with a bit of an advantage, whereas nFaculty pointed out that nFaculty won the last encounter with a 2-0, but also mentioned that it was several weeks back. Looks like in that time there were a lot of things that happened, because right now we see nFaculty is struggling a lot. And I find that interesting with the comp that we have there. Look at Son being, oh my god, that body block with a triple panda. Pandas are not cute and cuddly, they are actually mean and very deceptive. They want to take you on and they want to kill you, and in this particular scenario they succeeded. The body blocks are real as the bug is phased out and down he goes. 6 kills against 0. That's what we see on the board. Level 11 versus level 11 though. And night falls in a few seconds again, and that will open up that window for the seeds. That's when we are going to see those plants. It's very unlikely that one team is going to catch them all. This is not Pokemon. We're going to see both teams probably with a plan. The question is who gets the better seed count then for the next one. Up here already the attempt. Ooh, nice, I like it. A quick rotation towards the big plant to burst it down immediately. That's a very interesting move, because usually we see most teams go for the small camps first. They don't even care about that. They go straight in. Akop drops a grenade. And, well, that is not going to do too much. That was a really nice move. They get a lot of the seeds now, and suddenly there's a lot of pressure on nFaculty to do well on the bottom plan. And that's, of course, where we could see a potential rotation. They could also just rotate up to the top and break down that wall and use that time that nFaculty is occupied down in the bottom lane to just do some damage. But they're just happy to get the plan. Both teams, of course, with the plan growing. 81 additional seeds already for Team PPP. I think we are seeing a similar amount also for the opponent's team. Pain is moving with the plant now, trying to go into the middle. Well, we have the plants rotate. A quick look at the talents, by the way, just to give you an idea. We'll have a look at the Mina, of course, as well. Ancestral Healing, Metamorphosis, Ultimate Evolution, Locust Swarm, and Commander Odin. The heroic abilities taken here for nFaculty. We're going to take a look at the rest later. First of all, let's focus on the battle at hand as the plant is starting to push in. Akop is moving to the top, an interesting move. In the mid lane, we have now also the plant green out. It looks like we have a 3 build. There's going to be a lot of experience for nFaculty, but they're going to lose a fort for it. They will take down one in the middle, so right now it's an even trade. I guess the problem is going to be the keep. So we will definitely have to see Akop move back with a Hearthstone if they want to save the keep, because they cannot afford to lose that. The plant is moving top and is going to take over. Akop should move back now. He should TP. He doesn't. And I do not understand why. He needs to TP right now, and there it is. It's already too late in my opinion. I feel that move is very, very late on Akop. They need his ultimate. They need the Odin right now. Son is already going down. Akop was too late on the B here. Didn't move back in time. Now they're down one player, and I'm not quite sure if they can keep that up. We have the rest moving in. Oh, that keep could actually survive. They really want to take it. Greenout is out of the plan. He's moving in as well, but now he gets stunned. And oh, that shock and awe was just the cherry on the cake. The take in, the keep out, and the heroes. Yeah, that's... And ACOB is most likely also gonna die here. He's biting the dust, isn't he? Yes, he is. They could even try and core it. They're gonna do a lot of damage to the core. Oh god, Siphon the Abathur here. He's just running, and the core is already being attacked. We have PPP with an opportunity, and they might try to take it. I don't think they can core it now. They can do a lot of damage, but I don't think they can do it. No. That is not gonna fall. That core is no, not even the Panda. Not even the triple Panda. This is not Power Rangers. This is just Panda time. And yes, he's gonna fall. Pipolino falls. Allows this rest of his team to move in and take a few of the mercenary camps though. Level 16 to level 15 and only 40% on the fort. But we have Abathur in here. And Abathur can change things. So, to be absolutely honest with you, I do not think that the core attempt was a smart choice. They lost 3 heroes that gave PPP, that gave nFaculty a lot of experience. They did not achieve a lot except put that core down, and a second mule will make sure that that core is going to be at 100% again. So that was a bad choice here. It was a bad call. They were trying to end it. They thought they had a choice. They had an opportunity, but it was miscalled. Like moving back, maybe taking a second keep would have been the smarter choice. But as always, hindsight is 20/20. So of course we know that now, but they saw an opportunity. They tried to take it. Didn't work out. Maybe that's the comeback for nFaculty, even if it sounds a bit silly after they just lost Heat. But they are on 16 versus 16 now. Do they catch Pain? Do they see him? They see him. Here comes the Void Prison. Catches 2. Abathur needs to move in with this as well. Oh my god, that shock and awe. Son is down, and well, so is ACOB. Both of them die immediately. Greenout is trying to get at least a counter kill, but there's just no way. 3 heroes down and seeds are up. This could be the final blow. If they get all the seeds now, then it's gonna get tricky. Looking at the talents again, let's have a quick look at the heroic abilities that we saw for PPP. We have Shock and Awe, we have the Divine Storm, Rain of Vengeance on the Vala, Storm, Earth and Fire, and of course the Void Prison here. In terms of damage, what we see here so far is especially Bakery on the Vala doing a very, very good job, and also Cyborg X on the Falstad. Seeds are being taken. Bakery, by the way, in terms of the Vala build, as mentioned before, going full DPS. We're not quite going for the Searing Arrows, but the battle momentum is doing him really some good. And that's the problem right here. With 3 heroes down as night approaches, we have now both big plants and their seeds going straight to PPP, so they will probably even have enough seeds for a double plant. And it might turn out that nFaculty doesn't even have enough seeds for a single plant. They missed a few down here. Yes, they don't have a single plant. So it's gonna be 1 plant for PPP, no plant at least for now for nFaculty, and if they are unlucky, it will even be enough for a second. Yes, there it is, there it is. Double plant, that's what they have to deal with right now, and I wish them good luck, but this is gonna be difficult to hold. This is gonna be very difficult to hold. In the last plant battle, they came back, but the problem was that now they lost 3 heroes just before night approach, and that kind of puts them into a very difficult position. Abathur gets quite strong once he hits the 16, since he can tunnel on the map and drop his triple locust, but I do not feel that he is going to make such a big difference to this. They're playing it safe, they're actually not going to try and just break through it and core it. Abathur, by the way, healed it up to 100% again, the core. So this time they're going straight to the middle, trying to burst down that fort. I don't think there's a problem with them doing it. We have ACOB going, actually getting polymorphed there as soon as he drops the Odin, getting his shots in, but Pain is moving in and that clan is doing work. This is Ancient of War movement again, like we had in Warcraft 3, just moving in and just like trees fighting trees the entire time. That fort goes down, Warfield is moving back, he's trying to escape, but the nFaculty player doesn't stand a chance here. Polymorphed and being dropped as Pain moves in with another pot, can just try and break through the wall. They are apparently looking to end it now. They killed 2 heroes already. We've seen the Illidan die as well, and now it's just a 5 versus 3 with a plan there. Here comes the, that's the Rain of Vengeance, and he is able to just drop another Abathur ult there. So at this point, Son is the only survivor here as ACOB is caught in the Void Prison, and this time the core is going to die most likely. Job well done here by PPP. A great game by them. The Abathur is, their ritual actually dies in the end, but it doesn't matter. It's the 1-0 in the best of 3 series between PPP and nFaculty. Welcome to game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. nFaculty is going up against PPP at the Roccat vs Sphere Invitational. We have nFaculty starting to the left with they are down 1 game in this best of 3 series. We have nFaculty Cypher on the Abathur. We have Green out on the Chen. Xon on Stitches, nFaculty on Brightwing, and Ecop, they're standing on Falstad, with PPP starting as the red team to the right side of the map. Pain on the Zeratul, Luby on Uther, Bakery once again on the Vala. He's playing my dirty girl and I like what he does with her. Cyborg X is playing Tychus, and Fipolino on the Arthurs this time. Very good choice, locking the Arthurs in there. The Chen was already picked by the opponent, so they have a very, very good frontliner with the Arthurs this time. Talking a little bit about the picks and the bans, once again it was Tacita and Tyrael that were banned, and we had immediately nFaculty go for the Abathur. Then they went into Stitches and Falstad after that. The one thing that we saw then from PPP was immediately deny the combination with Stitches into Void Prison by picking the Zeratul themselves. Pain did a lot of work on the Zeratul in the last game, and he could do that in this game as well. The Tychus pick at the beginning was of course inevitable after Abathur was picked to avoid the double Odin. In the middle of the map we have Bakery still going stronger with the Vala. Xon on the Stitches this time could definitely ruin Vala's day. Vala cannot win in the early game against Stitches. It's just not going to happen. If the Stitches plays it well, Vala is always going to lose that battle. So you have to be very, very careful with how you approach that. That slam just does damage, especially once you hit the floor. And then with the E, you're just able to use the bow, just heal yourself up if Vala is getting a little bit too in. At the beginning, the Vala is probably going to do their dance. We have a couple of slams, and that's the one thing that the Vala really has to dodge. It's not easy. Up to the top, it's the Falstad on Ecop. Probably the thing that we're going to see Abathur copy the most in this game. Whereas we have a very, very solid frontliner here for Fipolino, especially with the Uther in the back. And Abathur, sorry, and Arthurs of course, not Abathur. Abathur at the front line, that would be a new meta that I would love to see. Slabathur is back. That would be actually a really fun game. But no, it's of course the Arthurs. And Arthurs with the heal in the back is just like super strong. So once again, Pain is there. He would love to hunt down that Abathur that we see down there. Oh, nFaculty on the Brightwing. The healer for Team nFaculty needs to be careful here. Both teams approaching level 4. That's also when Xon is gonna become very strong against Bakery in the mid lane. He can't tank a lot of damage, you know, and then once we have those slams really hitting with full force and with the additional poison, you need to be super careful. And Bakery is doing a good job dodging them so far. The shrines are up, and Fipolino is able to take him down. The Chen is gone, and the lockdown against nFaculty, but Cyborg X overstayed his welcome and dies here. 2 shrines for the red team. 2 shrines actually for them. Are they going to take it? Is Bakery able to take it? Not against the Stitches though. And by now they already lost top shrine. Ecop did take the shrine. Luby was not able to maintain the control here. And actually Fipolino is very, very low. Needs to be super careful as nFaculty moves in. There is the Zeratul. He's immediately polymorphed and can't do anything here. Nice control by Green out. I really, really like it. Up to the top, we have Bakery lying in wait on his wolf. Double shrine now as nFaculty Xon is trying to take it. Bakery, there comes the multi-shot. Goes for the multi-shot, tries to buy some time. Oh, there comes the hook against Bakery, but Pain is moving in now as well. Bakery is low. There's an Abathur as well, and they get the dragon. They get the dragon, like hands down, good play by nFaculty, very nice. On this map, control is everything. Communication, rotation, that's what you need, and that's where Brightwing really comes into play. Brightwing really helps for that. 2 kills against 1, a little bit of trouble down here in Paradise, but in the mid lane, that dragon is still wrecking house, is going straight for it. Taking the towers down and actually do some damage against Bakery as well. Yeah, up to the top, we still have Ecop soaking up the XP on the top lane. Luby is moving in, and forces Ecop back for now. We have 3 heroes trying to deal with the Dragon Knight that took down most of the wall and is now moving down to the bottom lane to do the same thing there. The one thing that you always want to control is the bottom lane, since you also have access to 2 additional Sea Giants. Xon is moving in now, another Breath of Fire. Fipolino chasing him back already with the Arthurs here. 6 seconds on the Dragon Knight, not really the most. It's actually interesting to see that they fell behind in experience. They're at level 7 right now, just approaching 8, and are now catching up in experience. 2 kills against 1, helped of course with that. in the mid lane with the 7 now reached. Bakery has to be really careful. Those slam builds that we see on the Stitchers are very difficult to deal with, and he's going to use that. In the mid lane though, we have also Bakery with a multi-shot and an opportunity to take down a lot of this. He's assisted by Pain. Pain is moving in. Down to the bottom lane, we have the double siege giants that we've been talking about earlier. Noirfiel and Greenout are trying to protect them a bit more. The siege giants for PPP are already starting to push in. Keep also in mind that another combo that we are going to see here is Brightwing Falstad. Always good for a quick double bribe. We're going to have a look at those talents later when we have approaching the 10. Right now with the Observer clan that we have, it's not possible to show the talents for one single hero. Blizzard is definitely going to add that at some point. Well, for now we have Xon. Actually, no matter what talent he took, he is out of luck here, getting ganked by the rotation, and 3 heroes converging onto him. Actually a 4th even, with the Uther moving into. The 10 therefore reached with 3 kills against 1 for PPP. Great performance by PPP in this game so far. They took the first map. They are about to get a lead in the second. Akop in trouble, but no, he's gonna escape there. Had even the battle roll up as far as I know, so it shouldn't have been a big problem for him to escape there. We have now Knights being taken as well. Akop is actually assisting Greenout here, and the Abathur is also jumping in. Abathur really in the current meta a very strong hero. A hero that is being kicked a lot, is being even banned a lot. Teams are fighting for him. The idea is of course always to get him for double Odin. With the ultimate evolution, you want to make sure that you get a hero that can really contribute a lot to the fight with his heroic abilities, since you cannot rely on the talents. You don't copy them with you. So Akop with a shock and awe is most likely going to be Abathur's target here. Level 10 versus level 11, and as the mid lane is being taken here and Akop pushed back, we should probably take a quick look at the talents, as there's nothing really happening on the map. Ultimate evolution on the Abathur, Storm Earth and Fire on the Chen, Gorge for Stitches, Blink Heal for the Brightwing, and Shock and Awe for Falstad. Void Prison, Divine Storm, Rain of Vengeance, Commander Odin, and also Army of the Dead are being taken here for the opponent's team. So we have that push at the top that I've been talking about. That Shock and Awe I do not understand. I'm not quite sure what Akop was trying to achieve with that, but that was a pretty big waste in my opinion. Didn't hit anything, like only 1 knight, and that ultimate is now down, and of course PPP is going to be pretty happy about that. That means that they can engage into a team fight. Not really the best choice that he had there. Wasn't really a good shot. Be it as it may, let's focus on what we have seen here so far for PPP. They take down walls, they rotate across the map, they were controlling the tower up here at the top, and now they're getting the tower down here at the bottom. They converge with 5, they have the entire team in one position, and they always make sure that they control one tower, therefore they control the lane, and that allows them to maybe push in there. They're actually going into the middle right now, maybe with a pick-off against Xon. Nope, the blink away, as Xon was about to gorge the Zeratul. But now we have a second shrine being taken by Greenout. Actually, he has a bit of timing there. Oh, Greenout caught out of position, and no, not even with Abathur is he going to be able to escape that. He needs to use the ultimate. He needs to use the heroic ability. They have no other choice for him. And that of course puts now a second ultimate down. Level 12 versus level 12, a bit of an advantage here. And they just push it in. We have too many heroes up at the top lane. Vala, Bakery, he's moving down to the bottom lane. Nice rotation there, taking down another wall, easy peasy. They miss out on a bit of lane experience. It's a bit of lane experience that's definitely lost here, but that is still kind of worth it. Nice hook there by Xon, but he doesn't follow it up with a Gorge. Bottom lane is still controlled, and that also gives them control over the siege giants here, so they can take those. Vala going toe-to-toe once again in the mid lane with Xon. The Stitches. Not doing too much here. Akop is starting to fly down. They know that those giants are going to be taken. And that's exactly what happens. Could try to take those 2 as well. If you have 4 giants pushing, that's a pretty brutal move. But they should always, if you want to have 4 giants push, you should always take these first, then move down, take those 2, and then you have 4 siege giants push in, and if you can protect them, they can do a lot of damage. So we have Akop still at the top lane, still soaking up EXP. Down to the bottom, we have 4 heroes as Vala is moving into the middle and trying to get some experience there to make sure that the lane experience lead that we see for nFaculty is not getting completely out of control. She moves back down to the bottom now though and tries to take the fort, and I don't think that the team can converge fast enough. Falstad can try to fly in, Stitches can try to walk in, but this fort is under a lot of pressure, and I don't think that we're going to see that move. We have up to the top, the Falstad doing some damage there, but they can't really do anything. That fort is down, and now the entire team moves again. This is all about like the movements on the map, about the choices that they make, and so far PPP is really excelling at this. They do not lead a lot in experience, though. That's because they're missing out on lane experience, but they always get a pick or two, dropping even Vala ultimate to stun the Stitches there. It's a very interesting use. It's more, not really a damage thing on the Vala, it's more the stun that really comes into play when we see PPP move across the map. They just make sure that there's no chance for nFaculty to get the Dragon Knight, but always 5-manning one lane. And then they are moving to, yeah, even having one or a couple of heroes over here, a bit as a bait, as they take top shrine, just trying to find out if maybe somebody is trying to grab the knight before the shrine control is taken away from them. But those 5-man rotations that we see by PPP are really doing work. Problem for them is though that they lost a lot of lane experience, so that extra kill on the fort didn't really help them a lot, but they get their picks. 4 kills against 1. Acorp is still there, needs to be careful, moves back. Here comes the Falstad clone. Here comes the ultimate. This time a lot better. Catches at least 2 heroes, doesn't really do a lot of damage. Oh my god, that Void Prison catches 3, and Fippolino with a Howling Blast. This is gonna spell disaster, or is it? Well, we have a barrel roll, most of those guys escaping. Acorp is down on the other hand. Here comes Sypho being eliminated as well. Not before he drops his ultimate, but he doesn't get a kill in. A lot of the heroes of PPP are down in the low. They don't really have a lot of hit points left, but Brightwing won't be able to have enough DPS to take one with him. Brightwing is dying as Uther heals up Zeratul again in the middle. We still have Chen taking a fort. So Greenout during this entire time wasn't really there. In the end, it was a fort for a fort, but they lost the additional heroes as well. But look at the experience. Even with those 2 forts, lost, 2 forts against 1, we still have the experience lead for nFaculty. nFaculty is fine. They know that they lost more heroes. It's 6 kills against 1, but they know they're fine here because they soaked the experience on the lanes better. They got a counter kill on the fort, so they're doing really well with this. They need at some point to really start team fighting though, and that's when things are going to become a bit scary with the lineup that we see for PPP here. So it's actually a very, very thin line that both teams are walking here. A lot of 5-man rotations for PPP, losing out on lane experience, but therefore getting the occasional kill or the drop on the fort. And on the other hand, nFaculty playing a very, I would say very disciplined match. Maybe with the exception of Acorp, not really his fault, he's the stand-man, not sure how much he practices usually with the team, but you can see that he is like, you can see that he's not part of the core team. That's just what I want to say. Not that he's playing bad or anything, but just like the way that the team moves, I don't think he's completely used to this. We saw him with a bit of a late move back into the base in the last game. Not really a problemist thing. It's just more of like playing with the team that you learn their positioning, their calls, and how to really approach that. He's doing a good job with his Falstad though. Had a good ultimate in the last fight, hitting 2 of the heroes there. Nice pick here on Pain right now. They're getting him this time. Great pick on him. Acorp is immediately focused, and whoa, that barrel roll in the last second. Great job by him escaping there. Really well done. Acorp with a good move. Bakery might be in trouble here. Is vaulting back. Oh, Acorp maybe went second too early on the ultimate. But even hitting 2, just not killing the Vala. Not killing the Vala. Luby is escaping as well, but it looks like Vipolino is completely blocked out here, and he goes down, as does Zeratul. So suddenly, nFaculty just turns the switch, and bam, it's 3 heroes down against 1. The Abathur was the sacrificial pawn for Team nFaculty, and during that entire time, we even had the Knights pushing top. So suddenly, looking at this, we currently have 3 heroes down against 1. We have level 18 versus level 17. That lead for nFaculty just solidifying itself, and all of a sudden, another Dragon Knight opportunity for nFaculty that they're happy to grab. The Dragon Knight pushing the mid lane now once more, and with that Breath of Fire and 2 heroes still down for another couple of seconds, this could be wall. This could definitely be the wall there, and just like that, it's 3 forts killed against 2 in favor of nFaculty. This is what you can achieve with a lot of patience, with a lot of discipline, how you approach it, not panicking when you feel like you're falling behind in kills. It's 7 against 4 kills here, and they're pushing 2 lanes at the same time. The Dragon Knight breaking the wall in the mid lane, probably gonna move to the rest of the team and converge down to the bottom, where the rest of the nFaculty lineup was trying to do some damage to that bottom towers as well. Actually, the flying up to the top, Sypho is gonna be hunted by Pain. He might, yes, that he might have been shown earlier, and goodbye Abathur. That kill could have been avoided, I guess. I think it was a bit too far out and was seen by the pre-grade, if I'm not mistaken. Xon, on the other hand, is also in trouble. He's being locked down here, and the Stitches is suddenly up against 4. I don't think that he can escape from this. The rest of the team is moving in, but Bakery is already low. He's moving back. Oh, a nice ultimate here used by him. At least the first hit was good. Oh my god, Akop, great ultimate here. Comes from the left, unseen by the team, but 2 heroes down, another one is dying. It all started with a kill on the Abathur, and now it's gonna end with another probably brutal kill on the Chen. No, he gets away. The Chen is not getting murdered here, but Akop needs to use, yeah, he needs to move back here. So 3 kills once again, 19 versus 19. Level 20 is going to be the next big milestone in the game for the teams as they approach the final talent that will enable them to get better on their level 20. So we currently have camps taken, as you should. No keep breached. Went, well, a lot more kills, 10 against 4 for Team PPP. They are on the lead in the best of 3 series with a 1-0, as pointed out earlier. Meaning, if they lose another map, then it's gonna be all over for Team nFaculty. Then they will be out of the tournament. For now, we actually have... Well, we actually have in the mid lane 3 players so far. Once again, the attempt to take down the Abathur. I think he saw that. Pretty sure he saw the shimmer there. The rest of the heroes is just trying to take camps, and they're stealing the easies. They're stealing the easies as Abathur is going away from is moving away from the Zeratul. Good moves here by Cypher on the map. As an Abathur, if Zeratul is hunting you, you need to be careful. So here we have that push with 3 Siege Giants still alive, and that, as I mentioned earlier, is doing work. But so is the Abathur here up at the top. Didn't go for the triple locust there though. Nice hook on the Stitches, I like it. Hooking the Siege Giant in helps you a bit to relieve pressure, and getting the stun in there. Full stun build, of course, on the Stitches is also a great move to just make sure that those Siege Giants don't get too much done. The shrines activate again though, and that changes things a little bit. Once again, Abathur is dropping the triple locust, is going for the promote here as well. Very strong push that we see up at the top, and Hearthstones it out immediately. Very, very important. To the left, or actually to the right, Team PPP here in red is going straight for another push down to the bot lane. They control the shrine, but they can't move in too far. We have up to the top right, Bakery is still moving in and taking down those creeps. Gets the experience as well. They need the 20, as the 20 was faster for nFaculty, but it's not really a big problem for them since they weren't behind far in experience. So the 20s are taken. Opens up the possibility for us to show the talents again. Evolution Master taken by the Abathur. Double Resurgence for Chen and Stitches. Storm Shield on the Brightwing and Blast of Ore on the Falstad. We have triple Blink, Bolt of the Storm on Zeratul, Vala and Tychus. Only 1 Resurgence on the Arthurs, and the Divine Hurricane on the Ether. So really, really strong, very like a lot of mobility on PPP, and that ultimate is close on. Oh my god, they got the Dragon Knight. Did you see that? The last second attempt to break it with the Howling Blast. They were a bit too late for that, and that could actually be a game changer, especially with a double Night Camp pushing the top. Like, holy cow, this is gonna do some work, and they know it too. They need to defend somehow. This is a lot of pressure, especially with a double false that always waiting for an opportunity to go for the double shock and all. And they might be able to get that in. If they get that in, like, there's so much pressure against the top lane. Cyborg X is trying to defend it. The keep in the middle is already... It's so low, and there it goes. It's down. Are they going to be able to get maybe even the top keep? I do not think so. Here we have that fight in the middle. Still Pain in the back, waiting for an opportunity to take down Akop. Oh god, he missed it, didn't he? And there we go, Akop barreling back. Here comes the shotgun. Oh, nice dodge here. Very nice dodge by PPP. nFaculty is still starting to move in here, and Pain is already moving back. No heroes lost so far. Cypher loses Evolution. Akop not with the best shock and all there. Maybe should have saved that. Like, they were disengaging already. Even if it hits, I don't think that they can turn and change it. So Akop should probably have saved the heroic ability there. And, well, Vipolino actually got caught there for a second. Akop is split from the team, but Vipolino is being taken out. Yep, there's the death on him. Arthurs with the Resurgence can move back, but Cyborg X is about to move in. Divine Hurricane is being used to save Luby. They are in a lot of trouble here. Luvi about to go down. He's trying to escape, and yes, he dies there. Very well done by Team nFaculty. And that was not really easy. That hook changed things completely, but especially with Acops being split off, it could have turned the other way. There we have the Arthurs moving in now once again. Resurgence on the Panda revives him again after dying here. Bakery blinks away, but dies anyways to the Venom. And there we have also Zeratul going down as Vipolino is being focused again by the rest of the team. There could be another hook. Does he get the hook? No. No hook there. Apparently both cooldowns are down. It's kind of funny that we have the copy on the Stitches. Not really a bad thing though, but like, yeah, it's more about the hook or the gorge than anything else. And they are gonna try and core it. nFaculty wants to force map number 3. They are moving in, they're going for it, and there are 3 heroes still down for at least 20 seconds on the opponent's team, and they have the core down to 60% already. Acop with the damage, they're just right-clicking it right now. Here comes Vipolino going for Acop, trying to take him down. He barrel rolls away. Here comes the Shock and Awe in the last second. This is going to be the 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a third game between PPP and nFaculty, as nFaculty takes game number 2 and is able to win it. Congratulations, and let's go straight into game number 3. The last and final game between nFaculty and PPP. We are going straight for it. We have to the left side of the map here on the map number 3, Garden of Terror once again. Luvi on the Uther, Bakery on the Vala, Vipolino on the Arthur, CyberX on the Tychus, Pain on Kerrigan, whereas nFaculty, starting as the red team to the right side of the map, is starting with Cypher on the Abathur once again. We have Noah Fiel on the Rhaegar, Green out on the Tacita, Xon on the Anubarak, and Acop on the Stitches. Pretty cool team compositions that we have this time. I personally would give an advantage in the drafting to PPP. They have a very, very good frontliner with the Arthurs here, but that's not all that they got. They got the Tychus and the Vala, the Uther as the healer, and the Kerrigan for the stuns. And Kerrigan and Arthurs are a super dirty combination when you're going into the roaming phase. You can even get the Tychus within there as well. The interesting part is the lineup of nFaculty, as they do not really have a pure range DPS. They have the only range hero that they have in the team is the Tacita, who more relies on his Storms for the early game DPS. Later on it's of course the Archon that's going to become super important for them, especially since they are relying heavily on the Abathur copy to do damage in their game there as well. They are very tanky though with the Stitches, Nubarak at the front line, and then they have also the Rhaegar for the heals. So it's a pretty interesting lineup that we see there for them. Personally, I find it's going to become pretty difficult for them to really get all that damage in. They have a tanky lineup, but if you compare it to how much DPS we see on the side of PPP, it's going to become a bit tricky, I guess. I was surprised to see like so much tankiness for them. But well, let's find out how exactly they can approach this map. They did not get the Illidan this time that they wanted to have. The bans on this map were Zeratul, actually, the respect ban by nFaculty to the Zeratul, and Tyrael was once again banned by PPP. So it was kind of funny to see the Zeratul ban there, and I couldn't completely understand it. After the last 2 games I would be very reluctant to let the Zeratul take the opportunity to put his stamp onto the game once again either. So right now, looking at it, we have Green out in the middle on the Tacita, still doing his damage with the Storm. We have Vala played or by Bakery here once more, apparently with his Rancor build, going for Rancor, and also for the damage that he has with the Manticore on 3. And of course, one of the things that you have with the Tacita is also pretty good clearing on the seeds, and you can get those seeds early on, which they are doing right now. But the same has also happened for the opponent's team, for PPP. And PPP is moving in here. In the middle, actually, we have a bit of a battle as Bakery is starting to feel out Green out and trying to have a look at how much damage he can do here. With the 4 talent promote already reached on Abathur. That's also a lot of damage done. Here comes that ganking squad that I talked about. Abathur and Kerrigan, or Arthurs and Kerrigan. They are super dirty with that. And of course, if Luvi then also throws a stun in, then it's just lights out. And that's what Acop just had to experience here. He dies again as the first target. He's one of those heroes that is being picked a lot now by Team PPP. We actually have the plant being taken in the middle now with the small advantage that they have here, going straight for the extra seeds, and they are not even contested with that. Instead, we see nFaculty moving down to the bottom lane and trying to contest the plant down here. That might actually become a bigger issue, because the entire team is now rotating down to the bottom. Actually, no, we have Uther splitting off and going to the top lane to soak the XP. And down here at the bottom, here they already see that they're coming in. Here comes the Ravage, Primal Grasp and stun. Oh, Xon is tunneling away in the last second. Wow, that was a clutch escape that he had there. Akop is not safe just yet, though. Oh my god, they can grasp him in after the Howling Blast. Akop dies a second time. 2 kills against 0 so far in the game in favor of PPP. Yeah, but Xon might actually be a bit too aggressive here. He tunnels out again just in time, and now we'll probably just Hearthstone it back and heal up. No, he doesn't. He's waiting for Noirfiel to actually help him out with that. Up to the top lane, we still have the Uther soaking XP, and it's an entire level that they are up. The kill on Akop, making sure that they lost a lot of map presence here. The plant is also there. That's of course another problem that they have. Personally, I still feel that the first plant is not the most important one, but if you go in with a 1 level lead already into the first plant, then you have a very good position on the map there for sure. It's nearly level 8 though, also for Team nFac now. Here comes the pot, and immediately the polymorph attempt. Taking that down, but the rest of the team is moving to the bottom. PPP with a lot of good moves here, especially as we suddenly see Bakery moving in as well. And he is taking down one tower after another. Could with his shots, actually, like he's really contributing a lot to the fight now. Looking at it, was a bit afraid that he might get stunned out here by Xon, I guess. And they already called the rotation towards the middle of the map, as it feels. We have level 9 already taken, still a really good advantage that we see in experience for PPP. Down to the bottom, it's still Cyberx on the Tigers moving in, but the mid lane is the one that's being pressured here. Where is Kerrigan? Still in the plant, not out of it just yet. Could resupply a couple of stuns here if she drops out of the plant in 16 seconds. The Arthas is still waiting. It's actually not shocking himself just yet. As Bakery in the middle, I really feel like he's baiting a bit here. Akop, is he looking for a hook? Not just yet. Top lane, Luvi, he's completely disregarding what's going on the rest of the map. He's just saying like, yeah, you know what, buddy? I'm just like going in here, and I'm making sure that I'm gonna get the experience for us. Bam, there's the 10, and that is a massive lead right now. An immediate pressure down to the bottom lane is also putting Xon in a very awkward position. He's being taken out here. The 10s are real. Akop is moving in from the side. He has no business there. If those cooldowns are up again, and they are, then he's gonna die for sure. He's completely gonna get jumped here, yes. They just said like, alright boys, let's just dive him. We can dive him easy peasy. Akop out of position and pays with his death. 4 kills against 0 and a 4 down. nFaculty had a great second game and showed a lot of patience and discipline. Gave them the opportunity to just come back from that good early game that PPP had in game number 2. But right now, things are looking a bit grim for them. They are losing way too much. They are losing too much experience. It's 2 level downs already. It's 4 kills against 0. 1 fort is already down. And they are losing their own mercenaries now as well. The top push is pretty strong though. It might take down the wall. But with all of the heroes that we see for PPP converging to the top, I don't think they're going to be able to do too much here. Cypher actually going in and immediately moving back again, and he really needed to do that because Abathur could have been in a lot of trouble there. Night is falling again, and therefore we have for nFaculty a bit of a timing there. They can drop or get a few more seeds and get that second plant, and they're already going for it. But those 5-man rotations are dropping big plans like they're like 50 is throwing 50s in the club. So down to the bottom, on the other hand, we have that plan not even started, and you all know what that means. That means that we're going to see PPP moving in right now, and they say like, hey, get the hell out of there, that's my plan. And well, indeed it is. PPP is going to take this plant. They're going to get a counter plan to what we see growing for nFaculty right now to the right side of the map. And yes, there it is. That's a lot of seeds that they just gathered there. and they will have a much easier time at getting the third plant as well. So for both teams we have the Terror are now growing, and in regards to the talents, as we have a bit of an opportunity, let's take a quick look at that. We have Divine Storm, Rain of Vengeance, Army of the Dead, Commander Odin, and Maelstrom taken for PPP. Ultimate Evolution, Ancestral Healing, Archon, Locust Swarm, and Gorge on side of nFaculty. No big surprise there. That's a big problem though. The 13 talent that we currently have for PPP is going to give them a big edge for the next few seconds in that fight. Soon to be level 13 for nFaculty as well, but right now they're on the run. They don't want to take that fight, and for very good reason. They're also splitting. They're gathering the lane experience again, and nFaculty is doing a good job with that. They did it in the last game, but PPP is following a different approach. They want to burst it down. They are just going to try and drive a batch into that mid lane, and there's already a rotation from nFaculty. They're moving in. They're trying to contest it. They know that they need to. Oh, nice hook by Akop here, and the Gorge on Vala. Vala tries to escape here, gets a heal, and escapes. No, she dies. The plant is just gonna hit her in the face with the tree, and also Vipolino goes down, and nFaculty turning things around here. Good job by them. Oh wow, the hooks are real this time. Akop is doing a great job here on the stitches. I like his stitches much better than his Falstad, I have to admit, at least so far. He had a couple of really nice moves there, and on Falstad he seemed to be a bit out of position there. Yeah, well, I guess to be fair, in this game he also had like a pretty bad move down there where he sacrificed himself and suicided. But the hooks that he's currently throwing, they really work for the team. And that allows them to just move in and take maybe that counter fort here. And they are doing a lot of damage to it already. So they didn't suffer a single loss just yet. 4 kills against 2, that's what they achieved with the last move. They get the fort, and they're also moving out as well. Down to the bottom we have a night camp pushing in, and that night camp is actually starting to do some work, so it would be well advised to send the Anubarak and maybe also the Tacita down there to drop a couple of storms. Akop, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. I guess he was trying to go for the Siege Shines, and then there was a call in the voice to tell him, hey, listen buddy, you should move back, we need you here, and you are way too far out, you could be dropped if they actually see you. So that fort dies as Vipolino is back. They have what it takes to the stand. We have the frontliner. Oh, but another hook, and the Gorge again forces Pain in. They want to go for it. Vipolino is trying to escape. Does he get a heal? No, Noafiel is down. Oh god, the Rhaegar's down. They have no heals anymore. Pain drops as a counter kill though. Here comes the Odin. Oh my god. It's blood and gore right now. The slaughter is real. The double Archon is already dropped. It's 2 kills against 1, at least for now. Bakery in trouble. Bakery goes down as well. And nFaculty turning things around and wrecking. How is the Pain Train is real. Cyborg X is in trouble too. Akop maybe with a cooldown for another hook. He gets the hook. Easy hook for him here. Where's the stun? If stun follows it up. Akop is low on mana. Can maybe drop another one. There, he doesn't need to. Another kill. The 4 kills against 2. Great trades right now for nFaculty. And they are pushing with the Abath for the top lane now too. The experience lead for nFaculty. 6 kills versus 6. Great game that we see there. The early game, they got completely wrecked in the face. Hashtag, yeah, first world problems, I guess. But at this point, we have nFaculty with very nice positioning on the map. Very good move since they are starting to take that plant very early. The Tychus is not even there yet. Down to the bottom lane, we have also Green out moving in with the Tacita to drop a couple of storms. Needs to be very careful that he's not caught out though, because PPP is focusing down that bottom plant now. It's going straight for that. Top plant already going to nFaculty. They will get another. Ooh, they're not getting another plant. Look at that. 99 seeds. That's all that they have. And Tacita couldn't get enough. Tacita couldn't get enough seeds. PPP is gonna have a plant, and nFaculty doesn't. That could of course change things, but that Abathar is doing work. Sypho really pushing the top, killing that fort, and moving now with the triple locust down towards the wall. You have to have it. You have to send a hero over there. PPP cannot ignore him for that. Kerrigan is going to go into the plant again. Kerrigan is going for it, and Let's see what she can do with that. Cypher actually like changed tactics a bit. Moved down to the bottom lane now that Bala was starting to push back the top. And apparently they're just going to try and focus down the fort here. They're converged down to the bottom and they're going to chase the plant. What is PPP doing? They're losing time on the plant and they have to make a choice here. Do they really just move through the middle? Are they trying to go for the keep, trading the fort for the keep? It looks very much like they're going to do it. They say like, well guys, if... Actually, I think they could have killed the fort. I think they could have killed fort and TP back. Probably not. Well, with the wall still there, they had a chance. Maybe they could have taken the fort there. Maybe they couldn't. They try to play it safe now, and I actually like appreciate that. It's a good call, I guess. Playing it safe and sound here. Trying to make sure that no keep dies just yet. That plant has another 50 seconds on it, and it's moving in. And that Howling Blast was amazing. Catching 3, moving in once again with a plant, dropping another pot, trying to just immobilize everything here with the polymorph as well. But the plant actually down. Pain is about to move, but look how low the Ticus is there. Oh, but Tacita! Oh, he doesn't die, but Rhaegar dies, and also Nubarak, and suddenly it's a 5 versus 3. All the heroes on the side of PPP are very low, but Cypher is in trouble suddenly. He's gonna lose that second Tacita in just a second, and the first Tacita is dying as well, or is he? Oh my god, that shield! The shield saves him, with a hook by Acop kills the Arthurs. Arthur's down. They didn't take the keep, and Acop is actually hunting them down right now. Getting another quick slam in. Where is that hook? Oh, he's overextended. He goes in with the E, heals himself, but he is shielded by Green Out. I cannot believe it. Oh my god, that shield by Green Out. The Tacita, real pain, about to die. Unbelievable, like these moves. And I guess Acop definitely has to buy Green Out a beer right now. He should have been dead by all means. I mean, by all that is holy, that shield was amazing. Unbelievable. 10 kills against 8 at this point. 4 heroes down for Team PPP. And we are closing in on the 20s. Closing in on the 20s now, at least for Team nFaculty. They are starting to move in with this. Down to the bottom lane, we have Abathur still doing Abathur things and starting to push that fort here. But in the middle, that's where it really counts. That's where they're going ham. Another hook and gorge against Vipolino. And goodbye, Arthurs. Oh boy, like they can easily take that keep, I guess. Arthurs is down for another 50 seconds. It's a 5 versus 4, and there's the copy on the Tacita. Double Archon. This is going to become a reality in just a bit. They are going for the keep, and if they want it, they can get it. They can just brute force it down if they want to. But there is, of course, always the danger of getting stun locked by the Karrigan and getting dropped there. But as you see, there's no way to save that keep. There is absolutely no way to do that. And the only thing that nFaculty has to do afterwards is move back and take seats. Move back and take seats. They have 16 seconds. They're on 99 already. They're going to do it. Cypher is going to, of course, sacrifice the Archon here. No reason not to. Gives us a chance to look at the 20s. We have triple Resurgence of the Storm, the Nightmare of every Heroes of the Storm player. We have Tacita, Nubarak, and Stitches with the Resurgence. We have Rhaegar here with the Storm Shield, and we see Evolution Master. Apparently, Resurgence of the Storm is also getting changed. At BlizzCon, I was told the Resurgence of the Storm talent was on a 3-minute cooldown instead of a 2-minute cooldown. Much better. Right now, Resurgence is just way too strong, and if you have a triple Resurgence against you, it's an absolute nightmare. You drop a hero and he's back a second later. It's so frustrating. We have Vipolino moving in. They want the team fight and they get it. Here comes the Rain of Vengeance. A good heal on the Nubarak. Great heal by the Rhaegar here with Ancestral Healing. Green Out, about to die. Moving back but getting healed once again. Drops the Storm. And they move back the sprint away. Vipolino is trying to move back too. Where's the heal? There it is. But down goes the Uther. And Nubarak dies as a result as well. Noirfiel is in trouble and he will follow soon. There it is. But with a Resurgence, just look at that. They dropped them all. But still, Resurgence is there and they are all up again except for the Rhaegar. The plant is ready. There is no plan at this point for PPP. PPP is down 3 heroes. The kills 14 to 12. This game is just absolutely insane. They are moving in the 20. Finally there also for PPP. Oh, Acop! Gets he get the gorge? Oh, not quite. But we have a Nubarak now moving in with a stun. Lipolino and Arthas. Oh, and Uther. Tigers are the only one that are alive. Scratch that. Arthas is dead, but he has resurgence. He's going to move in a second. I do not think that they can call that. Oh, with the plant they can. Yeah, of course. What am I thinking? Like, the plant is still there. And this could be the 2-1 in favor of nFaculty. They turn it around. And they could qualify right here now for the Roccat versus Sphere Invitational. They take it with a 2-1. It is over. GG and good game. nFaculty turns it around and wins 2 in a row. Takes down PPP and advances to the Roccat versus Sphere Invitational. Congratulations.